You said casually, since I don't believe in painting anymore.
Well, I don't believe in painting because I hate objects, and I hate to go to museums and see pictures on the wall because they look so important and they don't really mean anything, I think.
People think of you as the perfect pop artist without really knowing what that means, or I think really knowing what your work is about. I'd like to try to talk some more about the paintings and the things you did earlier, because there's something that I think needs to be explained for the public, which has at this point a certain impression of you, and I'm not sure that it's the one that you would want them to have, although I don't think it matters to you very much. Is that true?
What?
Does it matter to you that people feel one way or another to you? I mean, you have a kind of reputation now, which is a little bit apart from what you really are, I think. And does it matter to you that this is so, that they feel one way rather than another about you?
I don't really understand. This is like sitting at the World's Fair, you know, riding one of those Ford machines where the voice is behind you. It's so exciting. You don't have to think anything. But you should just tell me the words and I can just repeat them because I can't. I'm so empty today, I can't think of anything. Why don't you just tell me the words and they'll just come out of my mouth?
No, don't worry about it because...
No, I think it'd be so nice.
We'll
we'll
loosen up after a while.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just I can't, I have a cold and I can't think of anything. And it'd be so nice if you told me a sentence.
Let me ask you some questions that you can answer.
Oh, no, but you repeat the answers, too.
All right. Well, I don't know the answers to some of them. Before you started the silkscreen, you made a number of paintings and you made comic strips, right?
Yes, I made comic strips. Before I did the silkscreen things.
And you made some other paintings of things that were not done mechanically. What were they?
I made, I guess they were ads from magazines.
And then you made...
and then I made...
things like... People might be inclined, it seems to me, to put you down because they could say that your work has a certain distance, it's mechanical and you don't really make it and all of those things. And yet, like everyone else, when you start to talk about it, the things you say are about really caring. I mean, you want people's lives to be better.
Yeah, well, I guess I really don't, it's too hard to care, and I guess I care, still care, but I mean, it would be so much nice not to care.
In other words, are you saying that you are involved in this idea of making people more conscious of their lives, but you don't really want to get into their lives deeply, you just want to stir up?
Oh, yes, yeah. Don't want to get too involved.
I think that this is a very important thing about all of your work. I mean, this idea of the distance, your own distance that you keep from it. Is this because of this feeling that you don't want to get that close to it?
Yes, I don't want to get too close to it.
You never, in any of your work, have ever really said anything that tells anyone anything about you, and you don't want that to happen, do you?
Well, there's not very much to say about me.
But there have been some extraordinary things. I think that for me, the high point was the opening of the exhibition at the Institute of Contemporary Art in Philadelphia, when so many people came that they had to take all the pictures down, and thousands of people jammed in there, and there were no pictures to speak of, just you. And you had the real character of a celebrity there, the kind of celebrity you really haven't had in American art. Do you realize that?
Oh, it was so pretty and glamorous.
Well, Andy, do you have any thoughts at all about the fact that so many people like the idea of just being able to watch you sitting in a chair or standing on a balcony signing soup cans?
But that won't last very, very long.
You don't think so?
No. Because just sitting there, it's really doesn't mean anything. But what I really want to do is, I guess, do some movies and sort of take what we've done and combine them together or something like that.
And you made the films very simply, without moving the camera and so on, and now you've tended to make them more and more complicated. You're getting into sound now, and what are you trying to do now?
I got tired of just setting the camera because it just meant repeating the same idea over again. So I'm changing. I'm trying to see what else the camera can do, and I'm mostly concerned with doing bad camera work and we're trying to make it so bad, but doing it well. Where the most important thing is happening, you seem to miss it all the time, or show the most scratches you can on the film, or all the dirt you can get on the film, or zoom badly, where you zoom and you hit the most important, you miss the most important thing, and your camera jiggles so that everybody knows you're watching the film. Because everybody else can do, I don't know, it's so easy to do movies, and you can just shoot and every picture really comes out right.
Andy, when I first knew you, you weren't painting, and then you did become a painter, and I wonder if you could tell me why that happened and when it happened and something about it.
Well, you made me the painter.
No, cut. Let's have the true things now.
That was the truth, wasn't it? You used to gossip about the art people, and that's how I found out about art.
No, then you thought it was chic, so you started art.
No, Dee was making art commercial, and since I was in commercial art, I thought, well, real art should be commercial, because Dee said so. And that's how it all happened. Isn't that true?
No.
Yes, it is.
Not entirely, Andy.
Well,
Henry, in talking about your works at the show, said that you did the Dick Tracy independently of Lichtenstein, and yet you stopped doing the Dick Tracy kind of painting. I wonder why that happened.
Oh, well, because he did it so much better. I was just copying it from magazines, and he sort of took it and made something out of it.
What's your relationship to pop art?
The things which have interested me in painting and in thinking and all are the things, I will of course tell lies here, but are the things which can't be located, or are the things which turn into something else while you locate them, or are things which are located so nicely that you know they can't survive. But it's never interested me just the idea of forming a territory or a thought and defending it. So my idea of what pop art is somewhere in that area of I don't like the idea that things are that you're sure what they are, and it seems to me that pop art suggests the term pop art suggests that everything is certain.
Well, here are hand-painted 32 Campbell soup cans. They're painted very flat, very dead-on. Andy at the time said he used the Campbell soup can because every day for lunch he had exactly the same thing, a sandwich and a can of Campbell soup.
You said all people are the same, and that you wanted to be a machine in your painting. Is that true?
Is it true, Bridget?
No, he just wishes it was all easier. He said to me last week on the phone, he said, Bridget, wouldn't it be nice if in the morning we could get up and at 10 o'clock go to all the movies and then all the galleries and just think it would be just like Teeny and Marcel used to do, you know? Like, then how would you get any art done? Now, Andy can do that, but I can't because, you know, I've got to do my painting and my books. And
your hair.
Get to my hair, sit under the dryer. That's a great art, to come out with dry hair.
She paid you for your portrait.
Oh, it wasn't, I don't know.
But surely $5,000.
It was just so much fun to do.
But how much money did she pay you?
I don't know, $700, I don't know.
$700 for that
I'm not
portrait?
sure.
I think they're fabulous, though. I really do. Every time I see it, you know, they're like fun. I always clip it out when I see their picture in Susie's column when they're written about.
When he delivered the portrait, it came in pieces. And Bob said to him, don't you want to sit down and just do, because there were all these beautiful colors. And he said, oh no, let him do it any way he wants. Yeah.
And then he said to you, but you could change it any way you want.
But if I ever, he said, if you ever get bored, my dear, he said, we could always change it. I have no more pictures, he said, but you can change them yourself.
Let's talk about politics.
All right, let's talk about politics. Why do you choose your subject matter? I mean, why do you choose the subjects you choose? What led you to this series of, you know, the car crash and the electric chair?
No, I think it was on July 4th, and the radio kept saying, you know, 600 people are dead and 700 are on the highways. I guess that's probably what did it.
That's
Every holiday they did that.
That's for the car crash, but what about all the other paintings that have to do with?
Oh.
I mean, like the electric chair and.
Oh, well, and that was the time I think they stopped killing people in electric chairs. Wasn't it, or before? So I thought it was an old image. So that would be nice too. Yeah, I guess I painted Most Wanted Men.
What does that mean? Can you tell me that?
The Most Wanted Men of that year.
Who wanted them?
Oh, the FBI.
It just happened, though, that in the research, it turned out that these men were not wanted, were all well and happy and living with their dear families, and perhaps more important politically, they all had Italian names.
They thought they might find them at the fair.
Down the avenue of opportunity.
So how it got to the governor, I don't know. But he called me in anguish, and we had to drop the 13 most wanted men.
So we painted them out.
So I never looked into it, whose fault, whether they really were not wanted or wanted or anything. We just dropped the idea.
Oh, that was all.
And did you paint them out, or did they paint them out?
No, they painted them out silver.
And then what did you do?
Well, then I thought I'd do a portrait of Moses because I really liked him. And then they didn't put it up.
So it stayed?
Blank.
Silver?
Silver blank, yeah.
What about politics? Are there any critics you like?
No, I like the kind of critics that when they write, they just put people's names in, like so. And you go through the article and you count to see how many different names they dropped in the article.
Susie.
And so and Susie is the best.
Is the best critic?
Yeah, I think she drops more names.
Because she just says every